We have ultra rare car today. This is a 1967 Camaro Z28 certified by Jerry MacNeish. He is the Camaro expert. This is a factory-born Bolero red rally sport with the plenum cowl induction system and a 456 rear end. That's the way this car right here was born. They only made 602 Z28s. How many were rally sports? How many had the plenum induction? How many had the 456 rear end? Not many. Of the 602 Z28s that were made, less than 200 of them are accounted for. This one is 195 in the registry. It's had a body off frame, correct restoration with correct components. It functions really well. And I'll tell you a little bit more about what the Z28 is when we get started here. You can also go to volocars.com and you can read about the car. Take your time and look at over 100 photos top to bottom. That's also where you will find price tags and monthly finance options on every one of our cars. That's at volocars.com. Now, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on the bell icon. You'll be notified when the next one is posted. Right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Yeah, so the 1967 Z28 was a race-ready car right from the factory. Had a performance 302 motor, which was rated at 290 horsepower, which was underrated for different racing circuits and for insurance. This one was actually dynoed, I think, around 385 horsepower, and it's a stock rebuild. But they came with upgraded suspension, brakes, heavy-duty cooling. Had to have a 4-speed. And this one's got the 456 rear end. You know when they ordered this car what they were doing. They were going to the drag strip. It'll pass everything but a gas station. And then the stripes, if you notice, it doesn't say Z28 anywhere on the car. At the time, I don't know if they had a name for it. Z28 was the code, the option code, so that's what the car became known as, and later on they started putting the emblems on it, but it doesn't say Z28 anywhere. This car is real. Again, he's looked at this car in person before the restoration and says it was born a Z28 Rally Sport Red. He checked the confidential VIN numbers, had the original paint on it when he looked at the car, and it's rebuilt and restored with a correct driveline. The rear end is the original one that came with this car. So underneath the car, every component was redone. Body was off the subframe, and all the brake system redone, all the suspension, all the steering. This has a one tubular traction bar over on this side. That's correct for the Z28. It has spiral shocks. That's what they would have had back then on all the cars. This has a heavier duty suspension, metallic pads in back, disc in front, e-brakes all hooked up. Has what they call a deep tone exhaust. This is a reproduction exhaust with the transverse muffler and the correct tailpipes turned down back there. Fuel systems all replaced. So every component under this car is restored, rebuilt, or replaced, all to factory specs. You look up at the motor, it's clean Chevy orange, has the canister type oil filter, correct starter, it's rebuilt, has a correct dated 1967 Muncie M21 4-speed, all the linkage, everything attached to it looks like new, the drive shaft's rebuilt, and again, 456 12-bolt posi that's original to this car. It came with this car, so that's pretty special. It makes it pretty rare. We're talking investment type car here, and that just makes it that much more special. Floors are the original floors. Mr. MacNeish verified that in his report. Good, clean, solid floors. I think he mentioned there's a couple dents, but no rust. So the body is in beautiful shape. They didn't have the cowl hoods in '67. I'll talk more about the plenum induction. The air goes through there when we open the hood. That'll be explained better. But the hood is real nice. Everything's straight. It sits up a touch high on this side if you want to get real particular. But it sits in there nice and square, straight. Fenders real nice, clean, straight. It's all real good. It's all metal, straight, no door dings. Nice body. The roof is all real nice and straight. There's a couple of hairline cracks right here. Now this is where the seam for the quarter panel would be. So something happened right there is a little issue. Two hairline cracks going right there. This is all clean metal. This is all real nice. Has the rear mounted antenna. This is all looking real good. Has the spoilers obviously. Metal all looks really good. Quarter panels all clean metal. This side is fine. So the body's looking really good except for them two hairline cracks I told you about, and it looks like the hood sits up a little bit. I'm sure that can be adjusted. It was born a Bolero red car. When he inspected it, it still had original paint on it, so he knows it was born this color. The paint overall is beautiful. It's shiny. It's glossy. There's like minuscule little imperfections or pieces of dust or little tiny flaws here or there. Now the Rally Sport got the pinstripe. This is painted on pinstripe. This is not tape. That's part of the Rally Sport package. But this Bolero red is polished beautifully. Stripes are smooth to the touch. Now the Rally Sport, of course, has the hidden lights. They're electric in '67. These open and close. We'll demonstrate that at the end when we back it out. But all the chrome, the bumpers, the emblems, that's all been replaced. These emblems here. The windshield's new. The stainless trim is new. They did not replace the vent window chrome and frames. They're a little tarnished, a little pitted. So this is good original. There's a hairline, just a hairline crack right here. It's just a stress crack, a typical place that happens right there. Door handles are replaced. The back glass is original. It does have some scratches in it. Now coming around the back, the bumper, the tail lights, the gas cap is new. Rally Sports had the reverse lights relocated down here instead of up here. There's a chip that's touched up right on the corner. Also, the Rally Sports have this wide rocker molding along the bottom, that big piece of stainless trim. That's part of the Rally Sport. The only Camaro to get a 15-inch wheel at the time was the Z28. So this has 15 by 7 rally wheels. They look like new, and reproduction Goodyear redline tires. It has bow tie mirror. Now let's open it up. I got a lot more to show you in this car. All right, we got a nice trunk compartment on this Z28. Underneath here is painted nicely. The stickers were replaced. The jam is painted nice. Weather strip is replaced. All clean metal trunk compartment. Spatter painted. Nice durable spatter paint. Might be clear coated over. It seems very durable. Has a matching reproduction tire. It's never been driven on. Matching rally wheel. A complete jack assembly. There's insulation on the back of the seat. So that's a complete and very clean trunk compartment. Door jambs are painted very nicely. The weather strips were replaced. Sill plates were replaced. And then the door panels, armrest, window cranks, that's all new. When they restored the car about 10 years ago. The whole instrument panel, well, this has all been resprayed black, but the knobs and the gauges, that all looks real nice. Dash pad is new. This whole piece looks new. The heater controls look new. AM radio, I did get it to play. It has the tachometer in the dash, but also has the factory gauges. Clock is working. Now this has the original Muncie flat style shifter. Normally, guys put Hurst in there. This is correct. In the glove box, it's redone. This sticker is unique for a Z28. It's a reproduction sticker, but it's for 15-inch wheels. We got the owner's manual. Kick panels, carpet, reproduction mats. It's all real nice. Has seat belts in excellent shape. Tilt deluxe wood wheel. That's pretty nice. Seats are redone. Everything in back's redone. Side panels, window cranks. Headliner's redone. Dome light works. Visors are done. The mirror is replaced. So very well restored interior. If I'm going to nitpick, the black metal almost looks like they spray painted it. It's got some fish eyes in that. It's not amazing, the black paint, but it looks fine. I'm getting pretty nitpicky. And here we go. This is a correct dated, correct casting codes, Z28 motor. The VIN number is stamped on the front of the motor, but I believe this is a correct replacement motor, so they've stamped the VIN on there, but it is a correct motor with the correct parts, the double hump heads, the correct intake, chrome valve covers, manifolds, all appears to be correct. Now this is that plenum induction I was talking about. This car was born with it. It always had the hole there in the firewall. The air comes in through the cowl and fresh air is fed into the motor. This motor was dyno tuned at 385 horsepower and I think 360 something pounds of torque. Because these rev real high, they have deep pulleys so the belts don't fly off. They're all deep pulleys. I think that's a correct belt, correct brackets. The shroud with the clutch fan, that's all correct. These come with power disc brakes, wiper motor, wiring, hood insulation. Everything looks really nice. All the metal surfaces are painted very nicely. Electric headlight doors in 67. There's a distinct Z28 sound. So I'll be honest, this car is not perfect. I'm looking at the back window. I'd probably replace that. There's a few things you can do to bring it up a notch. So it's not perfect, but it's really nice. But it's one of 602 made, less than 200 exist, and it's a very desirable car. Out of those that exist, how many are red rally sports? And again, that rear end I think is really cool because these were factory made race cars. That's what it says if you look them up. And so 456 posi is really cool. So rare car, documented, verified, certified, whatever you want to call it. It's the real deal. I have seen several of these. It's documented that they sell well over $200,000, and I think a couple of those weren't even rally sports. I'm not asking anywhere near that, but this here is an investment type of car. It could be the centerpiece of anyone's collection, or if it's your only car, collector car, this is sure one to have. Go to volocars.com, talk to the salesman. They'll help answer your questions, help you finance it, help get it delivered to your driveway at volocars.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click on that bell icon. That way you're notified when the next video is posted. Thanks for watching.